We will catch.
Shout out to all my lovely ladies that are going through the struggle of this thing called life. We got this, man. We freaking got this.
Yeah.
And shout out to all the husbands that have to deal with us.
Guys, that was the most awkwardest thing ever. When you got to sit there and see another guy give your woman a freaking gun. Did you see the seat that I had, babe?
All right, guys. So I wasn't gonna bring you guys today, but I'm deciding to because I think it could help somebody out. Now, there's a lot of things that us women go through that we keep to ourselves, right? Well, you guys know that I have been fighting every month with my good days lately. I don't know what it is. All I know is that I only get one good week, and then PMS hits, and my good week is, or my good days are growing. And so shorter. I made an appointment with my gyno. I'm gonna go get a pap smear because I'm due for one. But I'm also going to tell him what's been going on. And I know that he's gonna want to put me on some more medication. And I've never been one for medication. So that's kind of like what I was afraid of, because I don't like medicine, and usually they like to treat stuff with medication. So I thought, you know, maybe I could just deal with it. But it's getting rough. And I also have another issue going on. And so after I go to the gyno, I'm going to be going to the emergency room. This is another thing that I have not been like really speaking about. Not even my husband knew until yesterday. I don't know what this is, and I'm scared to find out, because you guys remember last time I went in to get my hormones checked, they told me to get a mammogram, and then they found cancer. Yeah. And I had to get the whole biopsy and partial mastectomy and all that other good stuff. So it's like, this issue that I've been having, I have been ignoring because I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of what they're going to find once they start digging. But last night it occurred to me that, like, listen, this is not going away. And it seems like it's only getting worse. So the problem that I'm having is that I keep getting a tremor in my head. And at first it was only once in a while. And the tremor that I'm talking about is, it feels like my head is shaking inside, like. And so at first I thought, you know, it's just in my head. But then as I was editing last night, just everything was calm, whatever. I was just doing my regular thing. I have been noticing that it's happening more and more, where it feels like my head is doing this, like that. And so I know old people do that, you know, and I don't know if it is an early sign of something, but I need to be around for my kids. And just like with the boob issue, I let it go on, and kind of ignored it for a long time. And then finally I said something, and I guess thank God that I did. I mean, of course I'm scared. I'm scared. So I'm getting ready to go. I have to go at 10:30. I gotta be there. So it's, I don't know what time it is now, but I gotta hurry up. So I just wanted to come on here and share that with you guys. Because it's something that is currently going on in my life, amongst a lot of other things that you guys just pray for me. I'm taking you guys with me. And anybody who is going through a difficult time, wondering if going and getting checked is the right thing to do, I'm gonna say yes, it is. And if we're gonna be afraid, we're gonna be afraid together. I'm gonna put my lashes on. And guys, I am going to be doing a lash tutorial for you. So yeah, let me just, because I'm not doing anything else. Babe, can you give me a time check?
It's like 9:25.
Okay, I'm good. You wanna say hi?
What up, squad? What's Gucci? I was just about to tell you, my boss just called. Sorry not to cut you guys off. I still see y'all. I see y'all there. My bad.
I'm ready. So whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Okay.
So basically, I'll just when we're done with everything,
Yeah.
then I'll come back home. I'll drop you off,
Okay.
and then I'll go and I'll start doing my pickups.
Okay.
And then I come home.
Alright.
All right.
Alright, I'll see you when we get in the car. We'll be on my phone, so it won't be as good quality, but anyway.
Alright guys, so we are in the infamous body van.
Kidnapping man.
Kidnapping van. We're almost there. It's approximately 10:15 and the appointment is at 10:30. And hopefully Keela could be like very very nonchalant and just record
Pressure,
and see what they say. All you got to do is get his voice and what he's saying. You don't even need to record him. Just hold it in your hand. Okay? We just want to see what he's saying, so that if any other person is going through the situation, they can kind of get like the information from an actual doctor.
Okay.
It's early morning. Kilo always got his most energy. Lady, you gotta go with your husband over there.
Take
He's
your time, young
he's
lady.
waiting for you right there.
You take your time. There's no rush.
And
He should be waiting.
he's drinking his coffee. So you know he had to have that Dunkin', but it's not kicking in yet. But you know, like, you would think that the coffee.
I want to get in here a little bit better, babe. Hold on. There might be.
Wait, watch this old lady. Okay.
The lady was
You would
behind
think
us,
that without the coffee he would have less energy, but he doesn't. Which makes me think he may have a little bit of ADHD. Because they say people who drink coffee,
Now I got more of like a
people who have
HD
ADHD,
TV.
people who have ADHD, they benefit from drinking caffeine. It calms down their
It does?
hyperactivity.
Is that real? Or are you just making it up right now?
No, I'm really serious. Really.
I only have HD TV. That's what I suffer. And ESPN. I suffer from that too, guys.
I don't know. You got a lot of damn
sometimes I
energy.
suffer from
Way
ABC
too early in
and
the morning.
NBC.
And I usually have a lot of energy too in the morning, but who knows? Maybe I have ADHD. Who the hell knows? But I didn't get diagnosed, and neither did he. So we're just talking out of our ass right now.
It's that coffee ain't kick in yet. See? So you got the same problem I got.
Yeah.
See that?
Can you give me my pocketbook, babe?
Yes, I can. Shut up, Papa.
All right. This person wants to get into.
Let's go.
Okay. There's a problem though, because I did not wear the right attire to just slip on and slip off.
You good?
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hello. How we doing? Good morning. I didn't wear the right attire to slip on and slip off. So this is gonna be. No, she's waiting for a ride.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought this guy was really waiting for her.
No.
All right, I got nervous. I wanted to like say, should we ask
No.
if she needs help? Okay.
No,
All right,
she's okay.
No, I'm not nervous. How we doing today?
Young man. You wanted to call him young man, didn't you?
I did, and then I
What'd
stopped
he do?
myself. He just kind of ignored me. His parents must have told him never talk to strangers. I am a stranger. It's fine. He must not be subscribed.
You look like a thug, babe. That's why.
I do.
You do. Hey, so
I take blood pressure.
130 over what?
90.
That's good, or?
The other part's a little high, but it's still 130 is good.
130 over 90. I used to know what that meant. 130 is the rhythm of it, and 90 is something. What is that?
90 is something.
Systolic and diastolic. So the top number is the one that is normal around 120, and then the bottom is normal around 80.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
all
it's a
right.
little bit high. I've been to like 100 and something before.
So what? All right. I think that's been fine.
Knock on.
Hey,
oh, you got your Dunkin'
too.
Don't worry.
Got you, better wake up.
So, what's going on?
I don't know.
You need to know.
I just don't. I'm trying to figure it out. I only get about one good week out of a month where I feel good. The rest of the month, I'm fighting with being jittery, anxious, just all over not feeling good. Right after I ovulate, I know. Like I feel a total like drop, and then I'll ovulate. That I totally don't feel myself.
Yeah. For how many months?
This has been 3 months now.
Yeah.
That I get only one good week, and the rest I'm just like I feel like a totally different person.
Okay.
Like I feel great. I feel like I'm on top of the world. Yes, I feel great again. And then all of a sudden I ovulate and I'm like down. Like I can't find my motivation. I don't feel like harming myself or anything.
Yeah.
PMDD.
So this is PMS, PMDD, whatever.
What is PMDD?
This is what you're feeling.
And so how do we fix it?
So there's medicine and then there's natural. Depends what you want.
Let's go natural.
Fine. All right. It's a tea.
A tea could work for me.
Yeah.
And I drink it every day.
Correct.
I'll do it. I'll try it. Let's go.
So this is the plant that's in it. Vitis agnus castus is the name of the plant. That otherwise known as chasteberry. So if you were in Europe, if you felt like this is the first thing they give to you.
Okay.
Okay. Now, how you find this tea bag is Yogi makes a tea called Moon Cycle.
Okay.
Drink it.
And people have said it made a difference?
I promise you that. Now, if after a month it's not helping, then I go to medicine.
And just drink it every day?
Every day.
Okay.
Just tea. No caffeine.
Okay.
So within it has red raspberry, which is good for your uterus, makes less cramps. It has cinnamon in it, which is good for your uterus because it makes less bleeding. It has fennel in it, which is good for little garlic. No, I'm just kidding. And then fennel is good for cramps. So it has a lot of other things in it, which is actually basically just soothing to the body, but it's also soothing to the mood. Because specifically Vitex is good for that.
Okay.
So that's one. The second tea to try, which may help you too, which is great for sleep, which is great for your mood, is something called Tulsi. Tulsi is also in the supermarket. That's definitely in Stop and Shop in the nature food section.
Okay.
So it's where all the Myers soap is and all that stuff.
Okay.
So it's called Tulsi. So Yogi Moon Cycle and then Tulsi tea.
Okay.
Between the two teas,
You got that right. Okay.
the evil in you will.
I don't want to. I just
That's good.
want to feel myself, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna have to do a tea exorcism.
My boobs are better.
Okay, well
They're
that's
down.
That's what I was gonna say. Remember back in the day? Yeah.
I still like. I don't mess with them. Like you, like stop messing with them to see if you still have liquid or whatever.
Yeah.
I stopped messing with them, but they're down. They don't hurt. So
So I know you had the part of
Yeah.
some issues with the breast. So you have
Yeah.
atypical changes. So that you have to decide if, you know, sometimes there's medicine you can take to reduce the relative risk of
they
malignancy.
said they did They did the biopsy, and then
Yeah.
after they went and they did they called it a partial mastectomy, but
Yeah.
it was just a chunk that was taken out, I
It's
guess.
a lumpectomy.
Okay. Well, they checked that, and there was no atypical cells anymore.
It wasn't.
No.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So they think that they took it out with the biopsy.
Okay.
So I'm good with that. I gotta go back in January.
Yeah, right.
For my
So
6 months.
then, because who else in the family has breast cancer?
My aunt did. My mother has the same issues where
Yeah.
she gets checked. There's cancer that runs in
Yeah,
my
so
family.
talk to them about cancer testing,
Okay.
or definitely talk to them about the potential for doing an MRI as well,
Okay.
because your risk of breast cancer is higher than background risk.
Okay.
So that's all.
All right.
The other thing is this. So what drives? So these are the foods to try to get to. Chickpeas.
Okay.
So chickpeas overall have a breast cancer benefit. Okay, at least in, how do I put it? When they look at the active ingredient on cancer cells, it helps to drive them down. But chickpeas are a healthy food to eat,
Okay.
so at least it's not driving that risk up. The other
I can
thing
eat
is,
chickpeas.
the heavier you are, the worse the risk. The
Right.
lighter you are, the less the risk.
Yeah.
So that's just relative to keep as nutritious as possible. No
Okay.
such thing as a diet, they don't work, but to be as nutritious as possible because you drive the risk down.
Okay.
That's all. And then obviously you're gonna be screened more often
Yeah.
than not. So, but let's fix your mood.
Yes.
So I think also, like I said, with you getting this tea in, you're gonna help.
Okay.
Yeah. But like I said, your uterus is bigger than it should be.
Yeah.
The C-sections created that. You know, eventually you may need something done to the uterus to remove it.
I know.
But again,
Now, can I ask you, if I removed my uterus, would this help with all these symptoms?
No.
No, because I still have my
Ovaries.
ovaries. Okay. I don't want to take out my ovaries, so.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So the only reason to remove your ovaries would be if they found something worse here.
Okay.
Then I would take those to
Okay.
drive that risk.
All right. So basically, I just got to deal with it. And if this doesn't work, then you said that there's a
Medication.
medication.
Medicine.
And what would the medication do?
Paxil.
I'm on Paxil.
You are?
Yes.
Really? What dose do you take?
25 CR.
But then you cut that in half, right? Or
No, no, no.
Okay.
You take 25.
I take 25 constant release for over 10 years now.
No? Try to take.
You think I should up it?
Let me see what the dosing is on that one for this.
It's one higher than the lowest. I think it's 12, then it goes to 25.
Paxil's dosing I don't know as well. It's not one of the ones they generally use, but if you're not there, we may need to tweak.
All right,
but-
so I'm gonna try this first then.
But try that.
Because I hate taking pills.
I'm right. This is just tea.
Right, oh, I
It's
know.
easier to just.
I know, if I could start with that,
Yeah.
like I do with my blood pressure, I tried
Yeah.
all the natural first, and if it didn't work, then I had to take the,
Well, you could also use blueberries.
I can't,
Why?
I have like
Oh, you
gastritis, I'm allergic to it, it messes with my stomach bad.
Really, blueberries?
Yep.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's the little seeds in it. Blueberries messes with me. Strawberries messes with me.
Yeah.
My body's just all messed
That's
up.
too bad.
After I had my daughter,
Yeah.
I got gastritis. I got allergic to a bunch of different foods.
Were you born by section?
No.
You were born vaginal?
Yep.
You're right. What chemicals are you putting in your body?
Nicotine
Mm-hmm.
and caffeine.
Okay. What about the hair color?
Hair color, not. I haven't usually.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be all natural. No ammonia, no nothing.
Right. Well, that's the other thing, is that a lot of the chemicals that are used to dye hair is pure chemical. You
Yeah.
absorb it all. So it starts to take
Well, I'm a licensed hairdresser, so I was. I'm not. I'm still licensed, but I don't do hair anymore.
How long were you doing hair?
I've been licensed for about 7 years, so.
You absorb a lot of that crapola.
Uh,
So it's time to purge your body.
yeah,
So I think you may be starting to see the impact of it.
yeah.
Because definitely with the fact that your uterus looks the way it does, you feel the way you do, your breasts are the way they are, it's definitely an environmental thing. So there may be genetics,
Hmm.
they're definitely environmental. I mean, more and more that I'm seeing
Yeah.
is women seeing the ill effects of working in that type of industry. Because the chemicals that you use are not what
Yeah.
Cleopatra
The last
used.
time I was here, you said, watch the stuff that you're putting on your
Yeah,
face,
like that,
make
yeah.
sure that it's paraben free or whatever.
Right.
And I started, really doing that. And I went to the dermatologist. He told me what to use for my. Oh, I am using a cream, Dapsin gel.
Okay.
That's just recently.
Yeah.
though.
Okay.
My body is just
Yeah.
changing. I guess. I don't know.
No, but even so, just don't deprive your body of the chemicals it doesn't need.
Right.
Because like I said, formaldehydes, eventually it's gonna get
Yeah.
to a certain level and your body's just gonna be like, I'm done, okay. So, That's all. Just purge it. So how you purge dandelion, basil, cilantro, thyme, all those spices in the spice aisle, not the dried out crap. The fresher stuff.
Okay.
Just get that daily. And then this
Well, I
week-
get cilantro daily. I
Good.
make a sofrito for our
Okay.
food, so.
Yeah. So that's just going to help your liver.
Okay.
When it helps your liver, it helps you pull that crap out of you.
Okay.
So this way it's sort of like just using Mother Nature to just get it out.
I love the fact that you're just all natural
Wow.
first.
Why should I
Love
use
it.
anything else?
We shouldn't, but it's
Well-
so scary when a doctor, that's why I don't like to go to the doctor, because I always know that the first thing they're gonna try to do is say, here, take this pill, and I'm not for that, so
Yeah.
I really appreciate
Well, that's I think how medicine is created.
I know. I know.
See, here's the thing. See, the food industry creates its mess. The cosmetic industry creates its mess.
Yeah.
The two of them meet together to poison people,
Yeah.
and then the medical industry doesn't know how to react to it, so we basically react to it. And then what happens then after is that what they'll do is they'll say, well, there's no evidence to support that any of these things work or don't work,
Mhm.
and then we're left to basically poison people.
Yeah.
See, the food industry creates its mess. The cosmetic industry creates its mess.
Yeah.
The two of them meet together to poison people,
Yeah.
and then the medical industry doesn't know how to react to it, so we basically react to it. And then what happens then after is that what they'll do is they'll say, well, there's no evidence to support that any of these things work or don't work,
Mhm.
and then we're left to basically poison people.
Yeah.
So really and truly, that's what it is.
One other thing I don't know if it has anything to do with you, but my husband wants me to ask you. Occasionally I'll feel a tremor in my head.
Okay.
You know how you see those old people?
Yeah.
That they're like this?
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting in my head.
So anybody in your family that has a degenerative disease like Parkinson's, like Alzheimer's, like, yeah.
I mean, my grandmother was old. She started getting like senile, but nobody in my family ever shook like
So
that.
those are potential, I'm just saying, and
Yeah.
is potential for neurodegenerative. So if it's getting worse.
It is getting worse.
Because like her head isn't shaking, but she feels like it is. Like
No,
if
it
I
is
see it, I'll be
sometimes.
able. Oh, is it? Oh,
It's not going to shake like this. It's shaking very subtly where I feel it,
You
and
can notice it.
then I'll move my head so that I don't feel it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and it started a couple years ago, every now and then.
Yeah.
And now, for the last couple months,
Yeah.
it's been getting worse. So last night, I decided to tell my husband. I
Yeah.
wasn't telling anybody
Yeah.
because I just,
So are you finding yourself losing balance?
yeah, I do get dizzy. I've been getting more headaches, but I chuck that up to my blood pressure. You know, it's just scary to think.
But people seem to think that their headaches are from, blood pressure, but if you're treated, you really
I
shouldn't
am
be.
treated, low
Yeah.
dose, but.
You shouldn't be getting those. So the question is whether or not that. you
And then
need to
I
see it.
chuck stuff up to my anxiety.
Well, that too can create, But if there's no significant family history of
There
like
isn't.
dementia, Alzheimer's, and things like that, then
My grandmother's like 80 something, and she
Blood
was
pressure.
losing it a little bit. Here, go to
Yeah,
the
there's no
emergency
emergency
room
room.
Well,
and
What
have
else do
them
we
check
do?
me
Don't
for my
waste your
head.
time. That's wasting your time.
So is this
That's
something
what
that
I say.
is so it's
So
something that we should be
I
concerned
would
with?
speak to
My
your
regular doctor.
primary
Okay.
and the potential for you seeing a neurologist.
How did I get my eyes dilated? It's my
Year-
memory
year
too. My
and a
memory's
half
bad.
ago?
Maybe a year and a half.
My-
ago. I hate
You're
getting my eyes
relying on my
dilated.
memory.
So
But I go this Saturday.
Fine. All right. So just let them know that because sometimes with MS and other changes, they can start seeing changes in the eye.
Okay, well,
So-
they'll be, I got an appointment, so.
Right. So then this way, at least they know that is clean.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's where they first find it.
Okay.
So if anything, they may need to do an MRI and see if there's anything going on.
That scares me. Because when they did the boob thing,
Yeah.
no, when I came in, I was just supposed to be getting my boobs checked, and then they said, I think it's a hormonal thing, then they did the blood work, and they took me in for the mammogram, and boom, I had some atypical cells. So now I'm scared if they look in my head, they're gonna find some crazy thing.
No, we may, but.
No,
you'd
I don't
rather
wanna hear
try.
that. It's almost like I just wanna live my life and
Clean
feel good.
living.
Ugh,
Get yourself some turmeric too.
turmeric.
Turmeric
That's a powder, isn't
powder,
it?
right?
Okay.
Just as much as you can get every day. You don't have to pour it in, but just the more the better.
And what
It's
is
just
that? What is
Turmeric
that?
is an anti-inflammatory food.
Okay.
Now, when they say superfood is just the latest lingo for what we should be eating. So it's sort of like there's the American food industry, and then there's superfoods. Superfoods are really what food was. So it's not superfood; it's just food. So
Yeah.
It's like if you eat it, like if for argument's sake, you ate a blueberry or turmeric or a plain apple or
I can't eat apple either. I'm allergic.
those are foods.
Yeah.
But for you, if you have issues related to the foods that are better for you from the blueberry class or even the apple class, then do you do watermelon?
I can't. I'm allergic to watermelon.
What happens?
My throat gets itchy,
yeah,
everything like that. Any kind of fresh fruit with skin on it,
Yeah.
except for bananas, grapes.
Okay, not the healthiest.
don't
So
know what happened to
things
me.
for you would be more of the veggies than the Brussels
Yep.
sprouts, kale,
I
spinach.
can eat all vegetables,
Yeah, fine. Go to town.
except for avocado. I'm
Fine.
allergic to it.
Okay.
Okay.
So then, like I said, so cauliflower, broccoli,
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts, bok choy, that whole class, eat that. And if you could tolerate beets, eat some beets.
Okay,
Beets are good for you
all right.
because it's the purple,
Okay.
like my walls. Pressure.
You need me to move down more? No.
Okay. You're a mess.
I am.
Just kidding.
I was about to say, I tried to clean up nice for you.
Not this.
I am a mess.
You're a mess.
It just.
Well,
all of
see,
a
at least
sudden-
you had your tubes tied, so at least you get the benefit of ovarian cancer risk reduction from that. So
Yeah.
look at it like that.
After
But if you're
and
not
stuff, and-
putting in the good stuff, like I said, you benefit from turmeric. So go get yourself a kombucha. You know what that is?
Yeah, but I tried the kombucha,
And
but I guess it bothers my gastritis because it makes my
that's kinda-
stomach.
yeah.
It's
All right,
either
so
the
then-
gastritis,
yeah.
the allergies, and something else.
So why don't you then try something as simple as an Align
What's that?
probiotics?
Okay.
Get get an Align, put it in the refrigerator, and take one a day. And at the end of the
A
month,
line?
Align. It's just a probiotic.
Okay.
Take one at the end of the month, see where your gut is.
Yeah, because
Because
that's
again-
Take one a month?
probably what the problem is, baby.
Oh,
Maybe
oh,
your
oh.
gut is just compromised.
If your
So that's why you can't
gut
adjust
doesn't
nothing.
have a lot of these things in it and your gut's screwed up, then a lot of these things are just gonna get you in. So try that. I mean, so to be honest with you, the gastritis may benefit from vinegars. Vinegars may help your gut a little bit. But that's why I'm saying like the kombucha, which is,
I noticed that lemon helps. When my gastritis is acting up,
Yeah.
I'll drink a lemon water
yeah.
and it makes me feel better. So I don't know.
So then maybe I would just try that. So just try the kombucha,
Yeah,
see how it helps.
okay.
See how it
There's
helps.
all different kinds of kombucha.
Yeah,
though.
there's blueberry, there's
So it doesn't
ginger.
matter what kind
Doesn't
I drink?
matter.
Okay.
So there's ones that are less expensive, there's ones that are more expensive. Usually Nature's Promise at Stop and Shop is 2 for $4.
Okay.
Actually, it's really good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Nature's Promise. All right,
Yeah.
remember
So
that.
just try
There's one
that.
that I tried that was just like,
Yeah. I mean, it's kombucha. It's not beer. It's not.
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
it's basically taking yeast and adding it to fruit and tea.
okay.
And what happens is the yeast draws out all the sugar, puts back, it ferments it, but it's not alcohol. But
Yeah.
it basically puts back its growing bacteria, and that's what you
The
need.
probiotic.
Yeah,
So I could just write it right next to you.
Okay.
Nice meeting you guys.
All right,
You
thank
too.
you. Likewise. Yeah, because babe, that does make a lot of sense. Though. Like if you can't eat nothing, maybe your stomach doesn't have enough good bacteria.
You might want my Paxil out, but last time I
We'll
did
find out
that,
right now.
last time I did that,
You let them know that.
it made me feel numb. But I might need that right now. I don't know. I just want to feel good, baby.
Yeah, well then you gotta try things. You can't, but you gotta go everything with open mind. You can't go there with pre-thoughts, because then you might scare yourself, and then it's really gonna help you, but you scared yourself too much. Because I'm only giving my opinion, because I do it to myself. Well, maybe we shouldn't up the dose. Maybe we should try all this natural stuff first. And then, if none of this natural stuff is working, then we'll start talking about these medicines and one of
He's
the
saying the
medicines.
PMDD. He's saying the Paxil would help the PMDD. And I'm already on Paxil, but I've been on it for a long time, same dose. So I'm thinking maybe it's not working anymore. Because if I'm on Paxil, I shouldn't be feeling like, you know, jittery and all that other stuff.
Gotcha.
Was I supposed to get dressed?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Could you? He just said, let me go check.
I think I'm good with it. That's how you put your pants on.
I see. As a woman, because man don't really have to do all that. We don't gotta dance until the pants.
Well, I didn't gain weight.
No, of course, you sexy, girl. You hot.
I didn't gain weight. I didn't lose it either.
So it's your natural weight. Now
166.
Tone it up. You can rock that.
Get on.
What?
Let's see how much you weigh, baby.
Oh, I weigh 210.
Yeah, get on. Come on.
With the
go,
coffee
go.
in my hand, I'm gonna weigh 220.
Okay, go.
210 again.
What?
Damn, boy.
You got a lot of clothes on.
Yeah, I got mad clothes on, but I wish I could blame it on the clothes.
175?
It's a heavy ass phone. Don't.
Get back on there. No, I don't trust.
I don't want to look at that.
I don't believe
that
it.
Thing, that
Here,
thing
hold
doesn't
this.
like me.
Get back on it.
No,
It was wrong,
This is
babe.
exactly how you want it.
It
I'm
was
heavier
definite-
than you. So
it
you're
was
perfect.
definitely wrong.
Nope. I am heavier than you. So you are perfect.
Get back on.
Just
One
to
more
make you
time.
feel
I
better.
can't
Just to
believe
make
it.
you feel better.
Wait, you gotta wait.
What the hell? What are you playing my emotions for? I don't want to see that I weigh something that I've never weighed in my whole entire life.
You don't weigh that. Get on. Stand still. 174.
Don't look at me like that. That's not sexy.
I told you I like your belly.
I hate my belly. I'm gonna
I
do
like
some
it.
of that. I think I
Stop.
need some bacteria stuff
Babe.
in my belly.
Hey, you look stop. You don't look fat. You're not fat.
I love you, but if it was 174 of muscle
It is.
and not stomach gun,
That's the heaviest you ever been. I don't see
babe,
it.
I've never been this big.
I don't see it, baby.
Jesus, I'm 175 pounds. What the blood clot?
Where is it?
It's in my guts.
It's in your,
Yeah, so try that tea. Try the tea. We'll leave you
Awesome.
on the dose right now. I mean,
it's
the higher,
25, right?
so the next higher dose is 37 and a half.
Yeah, I tried that before and it made me feel like numb.
Yeah.
No emotion.
Yeah, correct.
Alright, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that then.
Let's try this. So at least that's not so bad.
Yeah,
Awesome.
okay.
You get the stuff. All right.
Yes, thank you so much.
But then when you follow back up with them, like I said, because you had the changes, see about an MRI.
Yeah, I'm gonna call. I'll call and make an appointment today.
Okay.
Alright, thank you.
All right. My
Yes.
pleasure.
All right, man.
All right.
Always a pleasure, man. Thank you. All right, baby. You good?
Phone.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so you heard the man.
What's wrong with?
You heard the
Now we're at 103.
you heard the man.
Go ahead. Don't worry about that. Just go talk to your people. They don't know that we're lost.
I'm glad that I recorded because you guys got some like natural remedies for this PMDD shit. Man, fuck PMDD. Who said that I can get PMDD? Who said? I didn't allow it.
I didn't call nobody until you gave it.
Exactly. I didn't say, excuse me, I would like to have PMDD in my life. No. I mean, having PMS is enough. PMS is hard, guys. But then having this PMDD, which, by the way, I follow somebody on Instagram. Her name is Brandy, and she has PMDD. But the more I watched her, the more I realized that, sad to say, it could be possible. And now it's just clarified. Because I do feel,
Heard of that PMD?
I do feel like a different person when I am going through this. Like, not a total different person. I feel like myself. Like, I'm not like, you know, multiple personality person, but I definitely don't feel like, oh, something fell out of there, a paper. I definitely don't feel like my normal happy self, and that sucks. So we're gonna try all this natural remedy shit, okay? We're gonna do that. And anybody who fights with this, you're gonna do it with me. We're gonna do it together. So anybody who has really, really bad PMS and you don't know what the hell is going on, We're gonna try this natural remedy and we're gonna see how it makes us feel. I'm glad he told me that I do not need to up my Paxil. He said the next step up is a 37 and he doesn't want to do that to me. So, and the last time I tried to take that, I felt like totally numb. I had no emotion, no nothing. So, you know. So I'm not going to the emergency room because he said, don't. I really trust this guy. I really trust this doctor. He is a freaking great doctor. All right, I still got a headache though.
Maybe we need to eat something. Let's go. That was a no.
You scare me with this damn car.
What?
All right, guys,
Oh,
over and
I
out.
can't be stressed out, babe. I drive the car every day. I got this one.
I will catch you on the flip side.
We will catch.
Shout out to all my lovely ladies that are going through the struggle of this thing called life. We got this, man. We freaking got this.
Yeah.
And shout out to all the husbands that have to deal with us.
Guys, that was the most awkwardest thing ever. When you got to sit there and see another guy give your woman a freaking gun. Did you see the seat that I had, babe? Did
Yeah,
you see
I
where
saw.
was sitting?
You was looking straight up that cooch.
I said, I'm gonna finally see what the hell they see, and it wasn't pretty.
You looked. You were looking. I saw you go like this.
I was trying to look away. I was like, oh my god, I do not want to see that like that.
What did it look like inside?
He had like some fancy light up shit. That shit was like all luminous.
Did it look like a
It looked
brain?
like it looked like once he went inside, you're like heaven. Not to say it like that. It was like mad light. Like he was like, no, we're good.
Did it look like a brain inside?
No, I didn't have the perfect view like he did, but I don't want to know what it looks like inside. Just like the way it feels inside.
This is why I had to create a family channel. Because we could talk like this on Melisandre's channel.
It's safe. It's a safe place.
We can't be talking like this on the MelFam channel. Okay.
Angie be like, what do you mean?
If there are people out there who do not want to hear this type of stuff, please go over and watch MelFam.
There you go. Subscribe to
With that being said, we love you and we will catch you on the flip side.
Flip side. Yay.